Alrighty, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the final week of NFL predictions. This is week 18, the final regular season week, and then next week we'll be doing playoff predictions. Only one full playoff predictions. No divisional, no championship, no Super Bowl. I may do that actually. Now that I think of it, I don't know. But to get started, here's the morning window on CBS. Most of you expected to get Indy at Houston. Most of you will probably end up with the Colts Texans, and then CBS late. Most of you expected with the Chargers and Broncos, which is now basically turned into only Broncos playing. Chargers is a meaningless game, and then the rest is blatant. I guess I don't really know. And then for Fox early, most of you are expected to get the Cowboys and Giants, which is a meaningless game, which does not make any sense to me. But I guess the Titans and Jaguars should be the one that's getting the most attention because of the implications it has, and then some of you will get the Saints Falcons. It could be potentially meaningful if the Panthers lose. It's a meaningful game for the Panthers or Bucks basically at that point. And in the late, most of you are expected to get the Lions and Bears, while some of you will get the Dolphins and Patriots, and then the rest of you, Cardinals and the Rams. And then playoff scenarios going into Week 18. I'm just gonna do the seeding, I guess, or I don't. So we're just gonna do these scenarios real quick, and that's it. So yeah, whoever wins the Saturday game against each other, the winner of the Seahawks and Niners game will end up with the number one seed. So whoever wins Seattle and San Fran against each other will be the one seed. And then Carolina technically controls its own destiny. If they win, they lock up the division. If the Panthers don't win and the Falcons end up winning, Panthers still lock up the division because of a tiebreaker. But if the Bucks win and the Falcons lose, so if the Bucks win and the Saints win, then it's done. The Bucks will somehow end up with the division. So the Panthers, all you just need to do is beat the Bucks, and then you don't have to worry about relying on other teams. Okay, please. And then AFC, it's more complicated. Basically, these three teams are battling for the number one seed. Denver just needs to win against the Chargers backups, and they will end up with the number one seed. The Patriots need help with the Chargers, but I doubt that's going to happen. The Patriots need to beat the Dolphins, and the Broncos need to lose to the Chargers. And then the Jaguars are going to have to end up win, and they will clinch the AFC South. They can still clinch the number one seed, but they need to have a Broncos and Patriots loss, which is probably doubtful, but we'll see what happens. But if the Jaguars do not win, the Texans can clinch the South with a win and a Jags loss. Or if both teams lose, the Jags still end up with the AFC South. And then for the AFC North, that's a win and end situation. And then here's your possible seeding scenarios. So the NFC South will be the 4th seed. Bears and Eagles will battle it out for 2 or 3. And then the Packers are locked in as a 7. And then the 1, 5, and 6 is still complicated. And then the AFC, it's way more complicated. We have no idea who and who's going to be what. Pittsburgh and Baltimore is the obvious one. The winner will be the 4th seed, and then the rest will have to wait on Sunday. Okay, got it? All right, that's it. Now we start off with my Week 18 NFL predictions. Last week, I went 10-6. I'm going to just wrap this up this week, and I'm going to get the Saturday games first, starting off with Carolina and Tampa Bay. The winner of that game, well, if Carolina wins, they clinch the NFC South. If they don't win, they have to rely on Atlanta on Sunday, which I believe, I don't know if that's going to happen. But I am going to take the Panthers to win. Close game. They will get it done, 23-20, and they are the NFC South champions. Panthers, go out there, look like an actual football team this week. Lock in, handle business on the road, and get ready to pack that stadium next week for Wild Card Weekend. Keep pounding. Let's go. Go Panthers. Then you got the Seahawks and the 49ers. This one's probably going to be one of the greatest games of the season, probably. Battling for the number 1 seed. We're going back to 2019. And when the final week of the season, when these two teams met up, it was a thrilling game. And I'm going to take San Fran to do its job to get the number 1 seed. And they will win 30-26. This is going to be an insane game. But the Niners will edge it out and get it done. The Browns and Bengals is the first Sunday early window game. This is a meaningless game. I'm going to give the meaningless games out of the way first. But I will take the Bengals to win 31-24. This is going to be more of a shootout game because the Bengals defense is Swiss cheese. I expect Myles Garrett to break the sack record of all time. And I think that will happen. So let's keep your eyes on it. It's potentially a historic milestone for Myles Garrett. And yeah, that's basically it. I think the Browns are going to do it. That's going to happen, but I don't think they will win the game. But hopefully the best for Myles Garrett, man. And then you get the Cowboys and Giants. This is another meaningless game. I guess, actually, now that I think of it, I forgot about the number 1 pick. Hold on. I totally forgot about that. I don't think that really matters much. But here we go. First pick. So the Raiders need to lose to clinch the number 1 pick, and then the Giants do clinch it with a loss, a Raider win, and I guess that I don't know. But we'll see. I don't know. Oops. I'll get into that in a minute. Cowboys, Giants, I'm not expecting much. It's going to be just typical Cowboys win. I think they will do its job. I'll take them to win 27-14, not 26. 27-14. It's a simple butt whooping at this point. I'm going to get rid of all the meaningless games first. Packers, Vikings, that's a basically meaningless game. I'll take Minnesota to win in a boring 17-10. Apparently the Packers are not playing starters, and then the Vikings are having their third string quarterback. So this is going to be probably one of the boringest games of the week. And then Saints Falcons is also meaningless. I'm going to take the Saints to win 24-17, as the Saints have been rolling a lot during the season, and I expect them to continue to do that. And I think they will win against the Falcons, which that wouldn't be good. They would be second place because of divisional standings. They need to if they lose, then they'll end up in last place. That's what they need to want. That's what they're gonna need. But yeah, it's complicated. It's really complicated. I don't get it, man. But yeah, the Saints are gonna need to lose this game probably so they can have a 4th place schedule going into next year. But we'll see what happens. But I think the Saints are gonna surprise people and they'll win 24-17. And then you get the Titans and the Jaguars. That's gonna be a meaningful game. I'm going to take the Jags to get it done. I think the Titans are going to keep it close because they've been playing better as of late. I know it's been bad teams for the most part, but ever since the ever since the Browns game, they've been looking pretty good. They've been playing more confidently. They've averaged like 20-something points a game, probably. 31, 24, 26, 26, and over the last 4 games, and they've been looking pretty good offensively. They're getting better. They're learning it out. They're figuring it out. But I still don't have them winning this week. I think they fell short, and yeah, I think it will be close. But the Jaguars will get it done to win the division. And then you get the Colts and Texans. Texans dog walk. The Colts easily. I think the Texans is going to sack Riley Leonard at least 5 times in this one. I'm going to take I'll take the Texans to win 28-10. just simple butt whipping. Moving on, and then that's all the morning games, and now we're gonna dive into the late window games. Starting off with the I'll do the meaningless ones first. Chiefs and the Raiders. I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win 13-7. Probably another snooze fest game. This Raiders just need to lose this, and then they'll be the number one pick. And yeah, the next meaningless game is the Cardinals and Rams. The Rams have nothing to play for except for wild card stats, I guess, or wild card seeding. And then the Cardinals are just losers. I don't know, man. But the Rams win 34-20. The next meaningless game is I guess there's not much left. I guess it's just for seeding. Chargers Broncos. I'm gonna take Denver to win 34-12. This is gonna be a blowout. Chargers are not playing their starters. Broncos are just gonna handle business. Next you have the Lions and Bears. I guess they're just battling for seeding. If the Bears win, they'll be the 2 seed. If they lose, they'll be the 3 seed. So this doesn't really affect them much. But I think they're gonna want probably. I don't know who they're gonna want, honestly. They're probably gonna want Green Bay, but I will take the Bears to win 31-17, and then you get the Rams and Commanders and Eagles. Excuse me. I'll get into that in a minute. This is gonna be a close game. Eagles will barely survive. I think it will be 24-20. And now AFC East games: Jets Bills. I have it being a shutout, 28-0. Against the Bills, and then the Dolphins and the Patriots. I'll take the Patriots to win 20-38 blowout. And then on the Sunday night finale, Ravens Steelers, and your AFC North champion is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. They will start off 1-5 and finally find a way to make the postseason, breaking 9-8. Starting 1-5 and finishing the season 8-4 or 8-3. Excuse me. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 8-3. So the Ravens will start out 1-5, finish 8-3, and they will win the AFC North on Sunday. So with that, that sets the playoff picture. I do have, I guess you can say, wild card prediction timing. If my predictions stand, if all those games stand, but if what we got is this, I have the Texans and Ravens game being on Saturday at 3:30 on Prime Video, and then the Rams Eagles or Packers Bears can either be Saturday or Sunday. It's gonna be on the same channel. I just don't know what time or what day. I'm gonna predict that the Rams Eagles is gonna be Saturday night, and then the Packers and Bears will be Sunday afternoon. So Rams Eagles is gonna be at 7 o'clock Saturday. I'm just guessing. That's not confirmed yet. I'm just taking a wild guess. And then the Sunday schedule will be Chargers Patriots early window 12 o'clock CBS. Late afternoon, Packers Bears 3:30 Fox. It's based off Central Time, and then the Sunday night football game, I'm predicting the Bills and Jaguars to be Sunday night, and then the Seahawks Panthers, I'm predicting them to be Monday Night Football. Got it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy New Year, and I will see you guys for the playoff predictions.